Hello, my name is Kate Griffiths and I've come on today to share the weekly forecast with you. And it's based on 3 bottles, and it's actually the reason I am wearing these colours today. I've always gathered loads of compliments from wearing this particular top, which is red and purple predominantly. So the first bottle that I want to show you is this one. Take a good look, notice how it makes you feel and what it evokes in you. This bottle is a double red bottle, and it isn't actually a bottle within the colour mirror system. It's a bottle that I created with my former business partner, Kath Roberts. And we called it 24/7, which gives you a sense of what the energy of this bottle is about. Loads of energy and passion, and we're not doing. And when we overdo, we can't be in our essence anymore. But red is also the colour that represents Mother Earth, the family, our sense of connection here on Earth in some ways. And, as Ram Dass said many moons ago, if you're feeling really spiritual, spend 2 or 3 days with your family and you'll know exactly how spiritual you are, because it's the people that love us the most that can really trigger us. And yet here is where the gold is. Let me share an example. Last night I was playing a game with my daughter and my husband, and it got fairly intense and competitive. We finished the game, but my daughter went off really unhappy. And I did a few things. I waited a little bit and then I went into her and I just connected with her. And I said, look, I'm sorry that I kind of lost the spirit of the game myself, and it wasn't as fun and as connecting as you wanted it to be. And we sat in that space and we started having a cuddle. And then she shared something with me. About 2 or 3 years ago, she told me that she could no longer see people's colours. She could read auras. And she said to me, Mum, that wasn't true, I could. But I didn't want to do it anymore, so I told you a lie. And she was really upset. And there was something so beautiful about the moment, not about her sadness, but what we were able to share together by connecting and being in our truth. And that's in a way what this colour can bring us as well. It can help us get to that place of stillness, to step out of the doing and connect at that deeper level. And that neatly brings us on to our next colour, which, as I was saying, is almost the opposite colour in many respects. So let me show you the bottle. So what do you make of these colours? What does it evoke for you as you look at this violet bottle? Again, this is not a bottle from our system, although there are a couple of double violet bottles in the colour mirror system. It's one that Kath and I created, and it's all about purpose, which after all is what many people are looking for. What's my purpose? Well, some people would say you can't create your purpose. Your purpose finds you as you connect to the things that you're doing and as you focus on who you are becoming. And on our theme of that we just shared, it's also could represent Father Sky. And as any of you who work with energy will know, it represents the crown chakra, just as the red bottle represents the root chakra. So it's the absolute opposite, and it's about being in our power and experience abundance from that place. But power without authority is not worth having. Let's think about what that means for a moment and how you can connect. And sometimes it's about letting go. So I was working with a client who worked with the 8 bottle from the Colour Mirrors system recently. We often are drawn to that bottle when we've got loss that we need to heal up. Maybe somebody dying, maybe actual hurt caused by someone. And that kind of, in some respects, brings us to the spritzer that's related to this bottle. And that is a beautiful one. And here we have it. It's lilac. Sometimes we need to know how to forgive. And often on our journey we think it's about forgiving others, and it might be. But ultimately it's about forgiving ourselves for being duped or for behaving in a particular way. And that is really tough. So if you're not connecting to who you really are, if you find that difficult, maybe it's time to forgive. And that kind of brings us to the other spritzer that I wanted to share with you today, which relates to the red. And again, if you find maybe red a difficult colour, or you are caught up in the doing, what is there? This is ruby red, and I'd ask you, what is there in your ancestral pattern that needs to heal? What's going on at that level? And as I heard recently from Richard Rudd, the founder of the Gene Keys, he said something like, all illness is ancestral. So why not contemplate that for a moment and see what that brings up? Because that, could be that you're healing something up for your whole family. So that brings us to our final piece of what happens when we bring the red and the violet together. That is a bottle in the system. It is called Heaven on Earth. How does that make you feel? They are bold colours together, the red and the violet. And it's reminding us that in order to have heaven on earth, we need to combine our capacity for doing, our capacity for loving and being grounded with our connection to all that is in the heavens, all that is beyond our knowing and understanding. And as we bring those two together, and as we embody it in our body, in this vessel that we are in on this earth, then we can truly experience a huge transformation, which is also the promise of violet as a combination. So, really powerful message this week. Connect to those two colours. Bring mother and father and all of the challenges and the trauma that you may have experienced as a child. If you can connect to the divine mother, the divine father, and bring them into relationship with your inner child, then you start to open up so much in the world for yourself. So as you listen to this, I truly hope that you have a wonder-filled week. And I look forward to connecting to you again soon. And I leave you with this. If grounding is something that was really important to you, do consider joining my copper journey in January. Bye for now.